Coach McCarthy brought me in, talked one-on-one, and told me, the job was mine. It was just kind of a unreal experience. I was super excited, and my season starts here in a week, so super excited for it.
Cooper Beebe came into minicamp and training camp with talk about him taking over the center position. He has had the most dominant start that I have seen from any player this preseason for the Cowboys. Not only playing center, but also getting reps at left guard. It's a testament to his versatility playing both positions. Will McClay definitely deserves credit for bringing in a player like him. There will be questions about his snapping ability, but he has shown dedication to perfecting it. He's even practiced snapping the ball in his backyard with his mom to prepare for this season. A big shout out to him and his mom for getting him ready to rock and roll in this upcoming season. Playing the center position well can literally change everything, Cowboys Nation. It's similar to when Travis Frederick joined the Cowboys. Having guys like Tyler Smith and Zach Martin right next to him will hopefully get this guy going early on and make an instant impact. He has all the tools to get it done. He just needs to lock in. So when you're breaking down Cooper Beebe's performance in his first 2 games, it's great to see that he has translated everything we observed in his college film that I did. We're here to revisit this, showcasing what this guy has accomplished so far at the next level. So on this play here, we like to see Cooper wrestling with these defenders. While it won't be perfect on every rep, and he will face some stout defensive tackles as the season progresses, but imposing his will early can wear these players down. By the fourth quarter, these defenders often slow down, giving Cooper an advantage. And this is what you want when it comes down to our center. So activating the system. So keying in on Cooper Beebe, it was a good snap on the ball, and you see these players engage in contact. And the thing is with this player, he is so physical. You see that he is extending his arms. The thing is with him, he is one of those gritty type of offensive linemen, and you have to have things like that translate over the field. But you see that he has his hands in the inside, and these guys are wrestling it out. And you will see that from a lot of these one techniques as well as these three techniques. They're brute strong, but Cooper Beebe is one of those athletes that's a force to be reckoned with. And one thing about this player, when he played with Kansas State, he was very, very consistent, and that is needed when it comes down to the Cowboys offensive line, being a true anchor and imposing your will on the opposition. And usually when you continue to do these type of plays, guys like Mike McCarthy, all the rest of the offensive line coaches, they catch on to things like that. So aggression and consistency is key. So this ended up being a real good rep by Cooper Beebe. Here's another quick rep of him wrestling it out and showing his aggression. That guy engaged in contact, and he tried to rip under Beebe with his right arm. But usually if you can be able to use your feet well, strike your opponent, and get down to the basic things, it's hard to be able to get away from a guy like that, shielding him out and keeping him away from the pocket. So he has shown that he can do these plays in the run game as well as the pass game, because we all know that we love to pass the ball, and protecting Dak Prescott from that interior pass rush is imperative, especially if we're going to make noise once we get to the playoffs. One thing about Cooper Beebe, you cannot approach him slowly off the line of scrimmage or tiptoe when engaging in contact. He has the strength to be able to completely remove you out the play. So they're blitzing all of these guys on this rep, and that nose tackle and that linebacker will be trying to get after the quarterback as well. But they will get a taste of what Beebe can do since they thought it was sweet. So we'll go ahead and split it. So Cooper Beebe, he snaps the ball, and that nose tackle attacks him. And you see with that nose tackle, you can see that he's tiptoeing. The thing is, if you're going to tiptoe, Cooper Beebe has enough power to be able to control you and knock you to the ground. And looking at this linebacker just driving in, trying to jump over Cooper Beebe is a horrible mistake. And this guy was knocked to the ground as well. And you love to see these type of plays like this, Cowboys Nation. Somebody called the police. Cooper Beebe just caught 2 bodies. And this is a player that has done this all throughout college as well as to start off his NFL career. If this team is going to get back to that physical offensive line, it starts with that center position. Travis Frederick did it all throughout his career, and seeing Cooper Beebe at that left guard with Kansas State, coming in here playing that center position and doing that as well, it might be some great things on the horizon. Being a team that can go out there and play bully ball, pounding the rock, and setting up play action brings the best out of Dak Prescott. So when you're seeing Cooper Beebe going out there and completely dirting 2 guys on 1 rep, that's fireworks, Cowboys Nation. This is a rep here that didn't go well for Beebe. Sometimes if opposing linemen get their hands on you first, it's hard to recover, no matter how powerful you are. These guys are strong in their own right. When this happens, you might not be able to gain control. And with the defender, he maintains leverage throughout the play. So Beebe needs to be mindful of defensive tackles' tendencies. So zooming in on Cooper Beebe, he hops to the left, and you see the right arm of that defender. You see how he has his hands in the inside. The thing is, if you're able to get your hands inside of a player first, you can be able to control him. And it shocked Cooper Beebe right there. He was never able to regain control. 92 extended his arms and he started driving his legs. And when it comes down to that offensive line, if you make the wrong move at the beginning of the snap, that can sometimes be the biggest determining factor of the play. So he was able to disengage. Number 51 attacked Trey Lance, but the guy that he was going up against, he was in the backfield as well. So you don't want your quarterback to get blasted. I didn't see a lot of bad plays from him in the preseason, but we did want to point this out because you will be going up against some top-notch defensive tackles once we get into these big-time games. So making sure that you have your head on the swivel is going to be important, especially if you want to gain the trust from Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy. Some people have said he has solid short area quickness, but there are questions about his athleticism. Well, I have seen on multiple occasions that he has had the ability to get down to the second level and lead the way. Some defenders do find ways to evade him, but if he can be able to get his hands on you, he will dirt you, and that's exactly what he did on his rep. So we'll go ahead and run it. So looking at this play here, you see that these guys are getting off the ball, and he gets down to the second level. And it's so good to be able to see this guy get his hands on these players. He might not be the fastest athlete, but he finds ways to be able to corner these guys and get their hands on them and knock these guys to the ground. And if you have running backs like Dalvin Cook, you have guys like Ezekiel Elliott, as well as Deuce Vaughn, if they can be able to have an offensive lineman that completely knock these guys on the ground, that is a green light when it comes down to these running backs. Not only being able to run in between the tackles, you can be able to catch screens and have faith that he can be able to get down to the second level and at least put a body on these players. And with Mike McCarthy, he loves to be able to use these running backs on the perimeter. So he will find ways to be able to scheme these backs open. But you got to have the athletic offensive linemen, Tyler Guyton, Cooper Beebe, as well as guys like Tyler Smith. So having that true anchor on the offensive line that can be aggressive and get to the second level, this is how you can be able to take that next step. And watching this film from college, it's great to be able to bring receipts to show y'all what he did in college. And this is translating to the NFL. Completely depleting these defenders, flatlining these guys was awesome to evaluate. So having a guy who can be physical with the opposition is just what the doctor ordered for Dak Prescott and that entire offensive line. You got to have that juggernaut energy, completely removing anyone who comes in his path. So on this final play here, we want to see if Cooper Beebe can be able to react to stunts. You have to be patient and have a good understanding of what these guys are doing pre-snap. And Cooper Beebe did not disappoint. So this defensive tackle here, he's going to be the crash guy, and the other guy here is going to be the looper. But seeing the patience from Cooper Beebe, dissecting this play and striking the right guy, it's going to be critical when it comes down to this season. So we'll go and spin it. So zooming in on Cooper Beebe, these guys are running that stunt. But watching the patience from Cooper, and he attacks that crash guy, lowering his anchor and keeping him away from the quarterback. And to separate you from other centers in the league, not only do you have to have the physicality, but you have to have a high IQ. Some of these centers in the league, they be overly aggressive and they overthink. But if you want to be one of the prime time centers in this league, you have to have all these skill sets in your arsenal. Physicality, getting down to the second level, getting the offensive line on the same page is what it's going to take for this player. But going out there and dominating his first two games, this film proves why he went out there and secured the center position. So I think with Cooper Beebe, it's going to come down to that whole entire offensive line, not just the center position, the guards, as well as guys like Tyler Guyton. But a lot of people fail to realize how important it is to have a solid center, being that true anchor and someone that Dak Prescott can trust. He is a very, very young player. He's played that left guard position. He was very dominant. There are things that he needs to work on. Consistency, being able to snap the ball. Sometimes these players, they can be able to gain leverage on a player or two, but you don't want that to end up being the difference of a game. So making sure he lock in and focus. He has the talent to be the next Travis Frederick, but he's going to have to continue working and get himself in the right position. So it's going to be exciting to see about this whole entire offense, but everything starts on that offensive line. And with the Dallas Cowboys at this point, they got to go out there and prove it to us and take that next step when it matters most. So comment below and let me know what you guys think about Cooper Beebe's preseason and if y'all think that this guy can be able to dominate this season. So make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe and hit that notification bell because the way the YouTube algorithm works, if you don't hit it, you'll miss on fire live streams and the best Cowboys film sessions on YouTube. All right, Cowboys Nation. Talk to y'all soon. Gone.